Magkakait kaya sila?
We have decided. We set sail for the holy state of Hyzante. Whether or not it proves to be the right choice will depend on our actions. I trust in you all.
We are ready to set sail, Lord Patriot.
Very good, my lord. When you pay respects to the Holy One and the Saintly Seven, remember that you do so on behalf of our king.
I can't wait kung na-miss ko. So makita,
Lord
mabasa.
Serenoa, we are honored that you would choose to grace our nation with your presence. That said, I must offer you a warning as well.
It may be in Lady Frederica's best interests to remain here in Glenbrook. I fear there may be some complications were she to come to Hyzante.
Ba't kaya?
She is half-sister to the Archduke and my betrothed besides. What complications could there possibly be?
None, if I had any say in it. However, the matter is more delicate than that.
Your lady's hair would draw attention. Unfortunately, none of it favorable.
My mother's hair. The pink locks of the Roselle. Mother once told me of how her people fled Hyzante.
Then you know how the Roselle are viewed in our nation. How the gospel of the goddess regards them as sinners.
Yes, I do. But I am from Esfrost, and I assure you I have committed no sins.
Of course, my lady. Very well then. I will do all in my power to see your visit is a pleasant one.
Mukhang welcome naman tayo.
Thank
mean,
you. Pray forgive my
Mukhang
outburst.
trustable naman yung mga yun.
You've no need to apologize. Still, I must ask, are you certain?
I must go. I would see with my own eyes. See where and how my mother and her people suffered.
Okay. Mga traitor kaya yung mga yun. Holy daw sila eh. Pero nowadays hindi naman doesn't mean na trustable pag sinabing holy.
By order of King Regna, Serenoa escorts their esteemed guests back home, beyond the forest and over the mountains to a vast sand-swept land. Before long, a grand wall of stone rises before them. Known as the Goddess's Shield, behind it lies the source, Nozelia's only supply of salt. Upon the lake shores of the source towers a giant likeness of the goddess, ever watching over the flourishing city and the palace below. This is the holy state of Hyzante.
I had heard tales of the goddess's shield, but its grandeur surpasses even my imagination.
It protected the holy state from both Glenbrook and Esfrost during the war. None in history have succeeded in breaching it. Do you think you might fare better, Lord Serenoa?
I think penetrating these walls would be nigh impossible.
A most courteous answer. I should have expected as much.
What's that sound?
Could this be?
Is this the hour of worship I've heard so much about?
Indeed. Hyzanteans offer their prayers up to the goddess's statue every day. They thank her for her blessing, for bestowing us with the source, from which all Norzalia's salt is harvested.
To see every citizen pray is astonishing.
The goddess truly is at the center of all Hyzante, just as the stories say.
Even so, are there none who'd use this time of worship to rob their fellow citizens?
There are none so misguided among the goddess's believers.
All Hyzanteans are guaranteed food, clothing, and shelter. The Holy State has done everything in its power to eliminate poverty and ensure equality. As a result, no one envies others or craves riches for selfish reasons.
Certainly, if everyone were equal, there would be naught to fight about.
But achieving absolute equality is impossible.
The words of an unbeliever. The goddess showers her blessings fairly upon all who follow her teachings.
Before we visit the Hierophant, there is one thing I must tell you about Lady Frederica.
Under normal circumstances, the head of our nation would not permit an audience with one of Rosellan extract. We have explained the circumstances, however, and she has been granted special permission to enter the palace as an envoy.
That said, we would ask that Lady Frederica remain silent before the Holy One.
Silent? Why?
I reiterate that typically she would not be so much as allowed to attend. We ask for your understanding of our creed.
You mean to treat one of Glenbrook's delegates as if she weren't even there?
Prince Roland, you are here in secret. It would not do for you to gainsay another nation's religious creed. I have no objections.
My apologies.
You needn't apologize. Let us do what we came here for.
We appreciate your understanding. Now then, let us show you to the palace.
That is where the Hierophant resides.
The Hierophant imparts us with the goddess's divine messages. None are allowed to look upon the Holy One's face. None save Minister Edor, who conveys their divine words to us.
Pardon our intrusion. Lord Serenoa Wolfort of Glenbrook has escorted us home on behalf of King Regna.
The Hierophant speaks to you. Serenoa Wolfort, we thank you for your gracious gesture. We are overjoyed and humbled that you have chosen to grace our nation with your presence.
I am unworthy of such high praise, but honored nonetheless.
House Wolfort and Hyzante have shared a deep bond ever since the Sultan War. On behalf of the Saintly Seven, it is my wish that our friendship will be as strong as it was with your Lord Father.
But of course, I strive to one day measure up to his greatness.
You will also, in time, succeed Lord Simon as advisor to the mining venture, I hear. The Hierophant would hear your true thoughts on the endeavor.
Okay, time to decide. I don't wanna like poke the bear or bears.
I think it a valuable endeavor that will fairly profit everyone.
Certainly. The Holy One shares your opinion. If benefit spreads evenly throughout the land, peace and happiness will follow.
And yet creating an equal society that all will accept is no easy task.
That difficulty is precisely what makes it worth doing. Together, let us bring true peace to Norzelia. The goddess always watches over those who believe in her. May you all receive her divine protection.
I apologize for visiting you in secret, but there is something I must ask you. I have heard that the people of Hyzante live in equality. They say the goddess showers blessings upon those who follow her teachings. But is that the only reason?
Oh, a studious one you are, Prince Roland. King Regna has raised you well. Of course, the goddess's teachings are at the core of the equality our citizens enjoy. But there are many measures taken by the Holy State to ensure the happiness of our people.
Minister Lila's Ministry of Medicine, which dedicates itself to the study of preserving life, is another example of this. The results of their research have allowed many people to overcome illness and injury and live long, healthy lives.
Fascinating. I would like to hear more about Hyzante's medical discoveries.
I see we managed to pique your interest. Minister Lila, I leave our guests in your capable hands. Pray, show them around the ministry and let them admire Hyzante's pursuit of life and magic.
Naisip ko lang, saving time. Naisip ko lang, baka kaya nila pinangalan ng Hyzante because it sounds like high sand. Is it just me? Okay, tingnan ba natin kung anong mangyayari next.
Look, a Rosellan. I heard she's an envoy from Glenbrook.
Be that as it may, is her kind even allowed to enter our halls?
I can only assume she received special permission, since Minister Lila's showing her around.
Ironic, considering the wishes of us researchers are hardly ever granted.
What a splendid facility you have here. I can see why your nation excels in the medical arts.
Normally, only ministry staff are allowed in. Having outsiders view our work is unprecedented.
We cannot thank you enough for your generosity.
If I heard correctly, it sounds like you are researching life itself.
That we are. In order to cure illnesses and injuries, we must set our sights high.
Even illnesses deemed uncurable in other nations?
There is no miracle panacea in this world, but we like to think nothing is impossible.
Wonderful. And would you be willing to share those results with others, should you achieve them?
If you believe in the goddess's teachings, yes. At least, that is what I would expect the Holy One to say.
Minister Lila, the preparations for the experiment are complete.
My apologies, but I must get back to work. You are free to take a look around. However, I ask you to not enter the restricted areas.
Of course, nothing is free in the Ministry, nor anywhere in Hyzante. And of course, when people are forced to adhere to teachings, there are some who will resist.
Who might you be?
Just a researcher, nothing more.
What was his problem?
Serenoa, I could use some fresh air, if you don't mind.
But of course. Let us take a break outside.
Okay, I think this is the gala face. Naalala ko lang sa Final Fantasy Tactics, yung bidang yung main character si Ramza, siya pala yung prince. So binalik ka nila dito. Si Renoa yung parang second sa prince. Kaibigan niya, pero second. We save before this. Nag-mac battle ako ng konti. Well, ng konti. By konti, I mean isang beses. So, ito na yung roster. Level 5 na si Serenoa. At in-equip ko dito kay hila yung HP ring para medyo malaking buhay na. Yan. So, ito ang bilis mag-level up kasi dalawa act na to, diba? Dalawang level 5. Ay, tatlo level 5 kasi yung healer lagi nag-heal. Siya lang ang healer eh. So, yun. Basta tayo dito sa encampment. Wala akong binili. Ano kasi kailangan bilhin. Basta tayo sa encampment. Tingnan natin kung anong next na... Ay, mag-explore nga pala tayo. I always knew that the goddess and her followers looked upon the Rosal with disdain. Yet I cannot help but worry for my people. The sins they atone for are not their own. One cannot help but wonder why they must continue to pay for them. Okay. This has less to do with the goddess teachings than it does producing salt. Makes me wonder why other citizens do not labor at the source. I find it difficult to understand why, in this nation that touts equally, the Rosal must suffer much discrimination. Such discrimination. Huh. Do not labor at the source. Yeah, ito na lang. I suppose my ancestors did something so unforgivable that we have yet to earn, and that is forgiveness. But those Rosal who committed those crimes have long since passed. It's true. Mahirap na argument yan. Kasi, like, maski nga great grandpa ko, which is hindi ko na na-meet, parang kung may kasalanan naman siya, bakit ako yung magsasuffer. Maski lolo ko na lang. Like, maski na tatay mo, medyo malayo pa rin yun eh. Kasalanan tatay mo. Unless nag-agree ka sa ginawa niya before niya gawin. Kung parang sarili niyang desisyon yun, ba't kasama ka? Ba't kasama ka magsasuffer sa nangyari? Everyone in Hyzante knows the goddess' teachings. Obey the teachings and serve your nation, and you shall receive the goddess' blessing. It is not wealth that drives Hyzante, but the faith and happiness of her people. But we cannot ignore wealth importance in the equation. How has the holy state achieved such balance? It seems idealistic to think a nation can be built on faith alone. If the people are left dissatisfied, will their faith not waver? But what it is that brings the people's happiness? I thought the answer different for everyone. Yeah. Oh, ganda ng mga sagot.
Mana.